What is DeFi? You've probably heard of this word being thrown around over the last few years, and if you hold crypto, you probably have a general idea of what it is. But the statistics show that the majority of people have no clue about DeFi, and therefore never try and use it. This is a big problem because DeFi needs people using it so it can function at its best. And personally, I just don't want to see smart people like you miss out on easy gains. We're still very early, and opportunities to make lots of money through DeFi are abundant. But this won't be the case for much longer as the technology matures and big financial institutions get involved. So what's the solution? Well, it's simple. Education. DeFi focuses on something immensely important that we're never taught in schools, something that affects everyone around the world every single day. We are never taught about finance, or simply put, how money really works. Now, although there's some really great videos explaining the technical side of DeFi already out there on YouTube, which I won't be doing in this one, don't worry. They never really explain the underlying principles of DeFi, which is what I want to discuss in this video. So if you want to level up your brain and be empowered with the knowledge of DeFi, go get a coffee, sit back, relax, and let me explain to you in the simplest terms possible what DeFi really is. Let's dive in. The first place to start is really understanding the word DeFi. The word itself is simply made up of two other words, decentralized and finance. And to really grasp the underlying concept of DeFi, we have to have a fundamental understanding of both sides. Each side is equally complex and extremely technical, but I'll do my best to simplify them as much as possible. Let's start with decentralized. This is arguably the easier word to explain because if you're watching this video right now, I'm gonna bet that you probably own a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. You might already know how Bitcoin works, and there's already a lot of great videos explaining it in detail, but the main thing to understand here is why blockchain technology makes Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies decentralized, because this is the foundation of how DeFi operates. Cryptocurrencies have changed the way we transfer value, whereas DeFi is changing the way we use value. Both of them rely on decentralization through the blockchain to function. So what does decentralization actually mean? It is simply the transfer of control of an activity to multiple entities. So in the case of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, this means recording transactions on a public ledger that is shared around hundreds of thousands of computers connected all around the world. And the internet as we know it today makes this achievable for people like you and me. If you really want to deep dive into blockchain technology and decentralization, I'll leave some really great videos in the description below. But now we have that piece of the puzzle sorted, I want you to scroll down and decentralize that like button if you're enjoying this video so far. Alright, let's move on to the next topic. The next concept to understand is finance. This is that big, scary topic that we're not taught in schools. They just say forget about it because it's too complicated and just let the adults deal with it. Meanwhile, in the background, finance literally dictates every facet of your life, whether you like it or not. So to start, I'll give you one simple example. Let me start with a question. Do you know what happens when you go to a bank, open up a savings account, and put money in it? Most people cannot answer this question. Well, I can tell you first off that your money doesn't just sit there and do nothing. As soon as you deposit your money into a bank account, that money is now under the control of that bank and you have officially become a lender. Your money now is put to hard work for the bank. So what are they doing with your money exactly? Well, the most common thing they do is loan it out to other people. For example, if another person comes to that same bank wanting a car loan, the bank doesn't use money that they have stored up somewhere. No way. They loan that person money from your savings account. Then they pocket 99% of the returns made from the high interest rates they charge for car loans, while all you get is a measly 1% of interest per year. Now, imagine for a moment, we remove the bank entirely from this transaction. Say for example, someone wants a $10,000 loan, and you just happen to have $10,000 lying around of crypto. What if you could directly loan out that money yourself and keep 99% of the interest? Welcome to the world of DeFi. And this is all made possible through the use of smart contracts. Smart contracts are nothing crazy. They're simply code on the blockchain with terms and conditions. They don't require any trust or negotiation. This means if a bad borrower tries to run away with the money or they simply default on their loan, the smart contract steps in, liquidates their account, and returns the full amount back to the lender. And because smart contracts reside on the blockchain, they're fully transparent and open for anyone to see. Now, let's have a look at the other side of this transaction. Say that you wanted to borrow some money. All that you would need is some crypto in your wallet and double the amount that you're wanting to borrow. So for example, if you wanted to borrow $10,000, you would need another $10,000 to lock up as collateral in the smart contract. This is called an over-collateralized loan. But right now you're probably thinking, wait a sec, if I have double the amount of money that I need, why would I need to take out a loan? Well, fair point. But here's why. Say for example, you have $20,000 worth of Ethereum and you really like holding and owning Ethereum because you think it will go up in value, but you're now ready to buy your first car and you've just found your dream wheels at a great price for $10,000. Well, you could sell half of your Ethereum and go buy that car. But like I said, you really love Ethereum, and if you sell half of your Ethereum, you could be missing out, potentially, on half of those sweet gains. Well, you don't have to sell a single token of your Ethereum when you take out a loan in DeFi, because you're borrowing up to 50% of your $20,000 worth of Ethereum. So you're probably thinking now, all right, sounds pretty good. Well, it gets better. Some DeFi platforms give you the ability to take out self-repaying loans. Yes, you heard me right. This is when your locked up collateral is also put to work earning interest for you. You could have your entire initial loan paid off for you without having to lift a finger. If that isn't revolutionary, I don't know what is. Now I have to mention, it isn't all sunshine and rainbows. DeFi definitely comes with some risks, and it does take a level of personal responsibility, which is new for some people because banks usually assume all the responsibility and risk for them, but at the cost of making all your money work for the bank. An important thing to keep in mind is really intelligent people from these financial corporations are leaving in droves, and some of the smartest minds behind keyboards are working on developing DeFi every single day. These truly are the early days, which is the most exciting and profitable time to jump on new technology. So in summary, decentralized finance is revolutionizing money as we speak. I've literally just scratched the tip of the iceberg in this video. There's just so much that DeFi has to offer for people like me and you. And right now is the best time to be using DeFi to harness the full value of your crypto. So I challenge you to learn more about decentralized finance and give it a go. I'm personally betting my money and time on DeFi becoming the standard way that everyone manages their personal finances in the near future. So if you learned something new, let me know in the comments. I'd love to have a chat with you. And consider subscribing if you want to see more DeFi content like this in the future. Okay, that's all from me today. I'll see you in the next video.